there, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, today we're going to talk about how to put a tip glow light on the tip rod, on the rod tip rather. Yeah. So what we want is some kind of glow light so that we can see the bite. Yeah. There are several types of holders supports on the market. This is one of them. Let me just make sure I put it in the right direction. But I must say, in my point of view, rather bulky. Yeah, and you would put the starlight in this case as such. Yes, it's not actually the right size for this one, but you get the idea of what I'm talking about. But there is a possibility, if not probability, of actually snagging when you cast, and therefore everything would break, and I really don't like them. Yep, so I don't recommend them. So that's one type that you can buy. Another type you can buy is actually electric. It has a battery in it, which I'll show you in a minute. And it's the same system basically. Again, I would not recommend this system. And what would happen here is, as I push the bottom part, it would light up the light there, which is actually lit, but you can't see it because of the flash of the camera. And you would disconnect it in the same way. And it has this type of battery in it. It's all watertight, so that it doesn't get damaged in any way. But as I say, the probability of snagging when you cast, as you can see, is rather bulky, is very high. You know, the other type is a much simpler type, and I must say, out of all the holders available, this would be my favorite if I were to use it. And that would, you know, it's quite simple to put on. They're very cheap, and it's not as bulky as the other ones, and therefore less chance of snagging, but there's still a very large chance of snagging when you cast, and everything would break. You know? So I don't like any of these systems. The system that I prefer is a homemade system. You're going to see it better in the photograph. But basically what I do is I actually wind the tube that comes with the starlight, yes, which comes with the tip glow, and I wind it as if it were a guide, in exactly the same way as if it were a guide. So when I'm not using it, it's not going to snag. Even if the line goes over the top of it, it will not snag. And it's never snagged for me anyway. And it holds the glow light perfectly well. Yeah. So you get your when you get your bite, you know, it tells you very well that there's something there on the end of the line. Yeah. Now the way to do that is it's actually quite simple. You have to practice a bit to learn how to wind, but it's not difficult at all. What you do is you get your tube. It generally comes in the packet with the tip glows, and you make a cut along the tube, and then two smaller, much smaller cuts at right angles to the first cut on either side of the tube. Not very large at all, but quite small really. You don't want to cut too much, just enough so that it can spread and open up. Yeah. And then what you would do is you would place it on your on the tip of your rod, and you can hold it in position with some kind of tape. And then, as I say, you wind it on as if you were winding a guide. And for me, that is by far the best system. Even if the line goes over the top, it doesn't snag. Well, it's never snagged for me anyway. And that would be my way of holding a glow light on the rod tip. Very easy. Takes a bit of time, but it lasts a long time as well. Thanks very much.